Hello, children. Good morning to one and all. I'm Anala Shettar. I'm taking a history part for you people for sixth standard. So, welcome to the today's session. Today we are going to learn the first lesson about what, where, how, and when. Okay, so the first chapter for you people is about the introduction part about history. So you have already learned in the last classes about history, about ancient civilization. You have learned some basic parts as well as the modern history like uh, the War of Independence as well as the Gandhi era. Who are the freedom fighters? How our constitution was being made. So little basic things you have learned. So in the sixth section, we are in detail. We are going to learn about ancient Indian history, how the ancient Indian history was been there, how the society was been there during that time. Each and every concept you are going to learn in the history part. So moving on the further section. So you can see a lot of things in your surrounding. So what are the people, different kinds of food they are eating, different kinds of clothes they are wearing. So the house in which you were living, and what is the occupation? Different kinds of occupation is there, like goldsmith, blacksmith, software engineer, shopkeepers, as well as cobblers. Each and every different kinds of occupations you can see in your surrounding. Yes or no, children? Yes. So these are having a background. Okay, in the past pages of history, we will see the different kinds of food from where, in which era, in which century the food was been there, where the food was been launched, like rice, as well as like a paddy, wheat, jawar, barley. These are the food crops which are growing in our country there. Okay, so in your surrounding we can see lot of things. The people will do the lot activities there. Okay, our food is having a lot fine history, a kind of clothes, whatever clothes you are wearing. So in the past, in the long days back, if you see the pattern of clothes, means you can see the quite difference there. The house which you were living, um, the occupation we are doing, the story you are hearing. Okay, the story they heard, the plays they saw. Okay, different kinds of play like Mahabharata plays were been played in the street area. Ramayana will be played there. Okay, dramas we have seen. So the songs they sang, so different kinds of old songs, folk songs are being played in our country. So each and every accept, as well as everything, every event in our country has the one historical background there. So these are all things where we can find in the past pages of history. So to know more and more things about history is, the term history is derived from the Greek word called historia. Historia means an inquiry or a research there, or the history is the study of past. So whatever day to day daily diary you are reading, each and every person, or only some percentage of the people, whatever day to day activities are being written, after 50 to 60 years, it will be a record for history there. So your eatables, whatever your routine journey is there, whatever work you were doing. So after 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, if your grandson, great grandson, if they find your diary, means they will come to know how our society was been there at that period. Okay, so this history is the study of past. History is a chronological account. Chronological means date. Account, chronological account of events as they took place in the past. So why the study of history is important? You have came to know about history now. So history is nothing but it is the study of past. So why we have to study? What is the importance of history there? So The study of past in is important to know more about our ancestors. Ancestors means our forefathers, our great great grandfather, grandmother, our family members, and the society of those times. How the society was being built there, whatever rules and regulations were been there, how the people were wearing the clothes, how the people were eating the food, what kind of religion practices they were doing. So it is the study of past is important to know about our ancestors. So at present whatever tradition you are following, like brahmin they will follow the lot of rules and regulations during the puja. So it has not came at recent century only. These rules and regulations were being made before, when the Vedic civilization ancient period was being started in our country. So from there till here, we are following the same tradition there. So to know more about our culture, to know more about our tradition, history will help very lot. Okay, it will throw a light on these concepts there, to understand the change how the society we live in came to be. Okay, at present what society we're seeing, this kind of society was not present in the ancient time as well as in the past time. So uh, the citizens of our country, they have to know what kind of changes were being took place. For an example, uh, in the past period as well as in the past days, the women's were not having opportunity to take the education. At present, due to the certain changes and the people getting awareness about the importance of girl education, so as a result they are giving the encouragement for women development as well as women education. So before it was not there. So this kind of changes we can see in the society. Child marriage system was been there in the past days. At present, child marriage system has been prohibited by the uh, government. If they are doing such things, means the punishable, it is an punishable offense. They will get the certain punishment from the court as well as from the people. Okay, so we should know how the society was being changed, what we are living at the present situation. It provide a moral understanding between the past and the present. It give us the identity in the society. It also help to solve the problem at the present day. So whatever problems we are facing, it will be same situation will be presented in the past days. So how they came out from that situation. Okay, so in this way whatever problems we are facing at the present day, the history will give the certain solutions to the people to come out from their problems. Okay, and it is also a link between past generation and just this present generation there. So in this way, this is the importance of history, why we have to read as well as why we have to understand the importance of history there. Okay, so the historians, they will follow some chronological order as well as the time frame. Okay, based on time, it will be easy for the historians to understand, as well as it will become very easy to understand the event which took place in the past, in which period which event took place. Okay, for an example, August 15th 1947, it is a time frame. Okay, so at this period the historians will come to know what event has been happened. Okay, in day to day newspaper also, somewhere in a small corner of the newspaper they will give the some date which will be an important date. In this date this event was been happen, in this date this event was been happen. You can see in the Kannada newspaper also. So in this way the time frame in a history will play a very important role to understand the past event very easily. So historians use chronological sequence for the better understanding. That is, the birth of Jesus Christ has been taken as a year of zero. Okay, from zero, it will be considered as a zero, and after the birth of Jesus Christ, whatever events are been there, it will be added, like 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 100 year, 200 year, 2000 years, 5000 years. In this way, they will go on calculating the events. The events took place. in the history after the birth of Jesus Christ. So, and any event before the Christ is called as a before Christ. We call in the short name called BC. And any after the birth, any kind of event which took place after the birth of Jesus Christ is called as a Anno Domini. In the form of AD, we will call. So these are the two time frames what we are using to understand the um, chronological events which took place in the world, not only in our country, in the world. And one more category of time frame of the history we will come to know by the timeline of history is divided into three stages there. So those three stages we call in the name of prehistory, pro-history, and history. Prehistory means Neolithic, Paleolithic period, Mesolithic period, and Neolithic period, from the origin of human beings. When the human beings were being originated in the world, when the human existence took place in the world, that period we call it as a prehistory. Prehistory is nothing but based on the certain archaeological artifacts. The people were living in the caves, now we are living in the house. So this kind of lot of changes we can see from prehistory to present history. Pro history means we will find some of the archaeological artifacts as well as some literary artifacts there. History, once again, we are going to divide the history into three parts. One is ancient Indian history, medieval Indian history, and modern Indian history. So these are the based on timeline. Okay, by thinking about the time, we have divided, the historians has divided the history into three stages there. One is prehistory, one is pro history, and third one is the history. So to know more and more about our ancestors, to know more and more what was being happened in the past pages of history. So, where did the people live in the past? In which place they were preferring more and more living in those area? Okay, at present situation, what places we were seeing? These places were being traveled by the our ancestors for their livelihood. So, where did the people were preferring to live in the past? So people have lived along a back of this river for several hundred to thousand years. So the people they were preferring to live near the banks of river area in the early thousand as well as several hundred thousand years back. So some earliest people who lived, they were having the skilled gatherers. They were having some skill to gather the food, to hunt the animals, and the people were gathering their food by um, eating the fruits, collecting the roots, and other forest produced which were producing their food there. They also hunted the animals in some areas where men and women first began to grow the crops such as wheat and barley nearly 8,000 years ago. Okay, nearly 8,000 years ago, the people were knew about how to grow the wheat and barley. So this kind of traces we will see in the Suleiman Hills and Kirtar Hills. So in these two types of hills, we can see the traces of wheat were being grown in the 8,000 years back. And also people began rearing the animals like sheep, goat, and cattle rearing lived in the villages. The place where rice was first grown are to the north of the Vindhyas. So, in the north of the Vindhyas, we will find out the traces of rice cultivation in that region. Okay, I have told the people began rearing the animals. It was one of the occupation done by the earliest people, those who are living in the villages. So, in your parents, when they were when their parents were been talking, when your grandfather, grandmother, they used to talk more and more that. Uh, our family business has been established nearly long years back, nearly 50 to 60 years, 100 years. We are following the same occupation. Okay, yes or no? Somewhere else you will heard about that one. Okay, so that somewhere else answer will be given by the history only. History only will come to know what kind of occupation were been there in the ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಜ್ಜ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತಾರ, ನಮ್ಮ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೇಷನ್, ನಾವೇನ್ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವಲ್ಲ, ಈ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಈಗಿಂದನೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪೂರ್ವಜರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಅಂತ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೇಷನ್. ಲೈಕ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸ್ಮಿತ್, ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಮಿತ್, ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ನೋಡಕ್ ಹೋದ್ರ ಬಹಳ ಏನಂತೀವಿ they will go a little bit more long years back to understand their occupation. From ancient period, the occupation of goldsmith and blacksmith was been there in the society. So in this way you will heard in your family, among your family members only talking about their occupation. So some traces of life even existed near the Ganga river side. The Mahajanapadas were been living, like Magadha, Kasi, Vajji are famous developed cities in ancient period, and they were flourished nearly 2500 years ago. So we will see the establishment of developed cities on the banks of river Ganga. So during the ancient period, some developed countries were been there. So by seeing the climatic condition, so what kind of climatic condition is needed for the people those are living in this kind of area? Most of the people they prefer to live near the river banks as well as its tributaries. Lot traces of ancient period we will find out near the banks of river only. Okay, where the Ganga river was been flowing, where the Indus river, so etc. Tungabhadra, near the Tungabhadra only the Vijayanagara empire was been established. Yes or no, children? So each and every people, what kind of situation they wanted means they should get the abundance of water, the climatic condition should be favorable, and the soil should be a fertile to do the agricultural activities. So wherever we were finding the traces of uh, river, where the rivers are flowing, there only many of the uh, past event artifacts we were found near the river banks only. So even developed cities like Ayodhya as well as Magadha, Vajji, Kashi, Avanti, so these were the old places which were present, which were developed cities in our country there. So the traces we can find in the Indus and its tributaries are responsible for flourishing of earliest cities. By in these river banks only, lot many ancient traces we find out in the riverside area only. Our ancient civilization, what we call it as a Harappan civilization, it was also took birth near the river bank only. Each and every civilization, whatever you can see in the world, whether it belongs to the Mesopotamian civilization, whether it belongs to the Harappan civilization, whether Egyptian civilization, these all civilization took birth near the banks of river. So our civilization, that is Harappan civilization, also took birth near the Indus river only. So important cities, developed cities were being established near the banks of river. So we can easily find out how the people were living during that time. So the in the later period, the cities were developed over the banks of river Ganga and its tributaries like Sun, Chambal, Yamuna rivers. In the ancient time, the area along these rivers to the south of Ganga, known as Magadha kingdom, was been lying. At present, we call in the name of Bihar. As well as that Magadha place, it is situated in the state of Bihar. How, ma'am, you will tell means the Pataliputra. The Magadha kingdom capital was Pataliputra. At present, the Pataliputra is called in the name of Patna, which is a capital city of Bihar. So, in the southern part of Ganga river, the powerful kingdom called Magadha kingdom was been there. It was very powerful kingdom during that time. So it was there. At present, in which place we can find out means in the state of Bihar we can find out the Magadha kingdom. So it kings as well as the kings were very powerful and set up a large kingdom, and these kingdoms were been set up in the other parts of the country as well. So many of the people, you can see how the cities were being developed, and even during that time, the people were moving from one place to another place. At present, you can see the people are going to the abroad, as well as America, European countries to do the work as well as to do the business. Yes or no? So this kind of development was not a sudden development. Some people will have one what we will tell one imagination that when Britishers came to our country, from there we have started our exporting business. No, it is not. It is a wrong version. If you are thinking like that, means from the ancient civilization, Harappan people, they were having a contact with Egyptian people as well as with the Mesopotamian people. So the people, not only at present the people are traveling, the people were traveling from the ancient period only. They in what way, in the further points I'm going to explain it. So why did the people travel? What is the reason behind why the people were traveling from one place to another place? So the reason is behind means the people traveled from one place to another place. The hills and the high seas as well as high mountains made the journeys very dangerous at during that time, and the people moved. The reasons behind why the people were traveling from one place to another place in the search of livelihood. Wherever they were getting the occupation opportunity, they used to go from one place to another place to do the work, as well as to escape from a natural disaster like flood, drought, famine. If in that area the people are suffering from natural calamities, means they used to go from one place to another place. So you have already read about some powerful kingdom. To conquer that one region, they used to travel from one place to another place. So this is the first reason why the people were been traveling. So the merchants, the traders, they traveled in the caravans or a ship carrying the goods from one place to another place, valuable goods, whatever they were doing production in our country, like spices, okay, masala items as well as masala spices. We were having lot of demand in the outside the world. So the traders and the merchants, those were living in our country, they used to take these valuable goods from one place to another place. If they are selling the jewels, if they are selling the pearls as well as any kind of uh, what we will tell ornaments, they used to sell in the international market also. So with the help of caravans and with the help of ship, they used to carry the valuable goods from one place to another place. Religious teachers means at present Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, Parsi, Islamic religion is there, Christianity is there. Lot religions are been there, even Sikh religion. So these religion teachers, they were moving from one place to another place to deliver their religious principle, and how we have to follow. So in this way, to spread their religion in the different parts of the countries, they used to travel from one place to another place. For an example, Buddhism. Buddhism took birth in our country, but at present we will see the Buddhism religion in China, in Tibet, as well as in the Japan. How they have introduced in those countries, how they came to know about our religion, that is Buddhism religion, which took birth in our country. So these religious teachers, they used to travel from one place to another place. They used to spread what are the principle of Buddhism to the people. So if it is the religious principle, whatever they were telling, if it is influenced on the people started following that religion there. So that is why the Buddhism was being introduced in the China, Tibet, as well as in Japan. Even in Indonesia, in Indonesia also we can see some of the Hindu temples there. Hinduism also were been flourished in the different parts of the country in the world. So in this way, these religion teachers, they were moving from one place to another place. So this is another reason why the people were been traveling. And also many of the people during that time, they were having one crazy to discover new kind of places there. Okay, for an example, America was been discovered by a person called Christopher Columbus. Okay, he was the person. As well as the sea route to our country, to find out sea route to our country, Vasco da Gama was the person. So some of the people, they were having a craziness to discover new places, so that is why they were moving from one place to another place. So all these led, as a result, we started sharing our ideas, exchanging the ideas, tradition, custom, our culture, which further enriched the culture tradition of Indian subcontinent. So in this way, due to the travel of the people, new kind of ideas were being exchanged among the one culture to another culture. New kind of culture were being mixed in our subcontinent of our country. A new kind of culture tradition were been emerged due to the travel. So people shared a new way of carving stones, composing the music, and even cooking food. Different kinds of food, I have told, different kinds of food were been established. Rava idli, even vada pav. At present, what food they were, even Mysore pak. Mysore pak was been during the Marathas, this sweet was been introduced in our country as well as in the southern part of the country there. So in this way, even cooking food from several and 100 years back, they started sharing the ideas in a new way there. So if you visit any kind of old temples like Pattatkal, Aihole, Hampi, you can see the carving stones there, as well as the design which were made on the wall. So these kind of designs also were been shared among the different architectural styles there. That you are going to learn in the further chapters also about the art and architecture. So this result in the development of a unique culture characterized its great diversity. So why our country is called as a diversity means at present that diversity was not established. Okay, so when the people were starting moving from one place to another place for these reasons, all kind of other community of the people, they were coming and living in our country. So in this way, we have a great diversity, not only at the present situation but in the past days of history there. So in the next section, I'm going to explain about how we have to find out and how we have to construct the history, what are the sources are being needed, what are the important sources are being there. So in the next session, I am going to continue. So if you are having any kind of doubt, you can just put your question in the uh, WhatsApp group. So I will try to find out your solutions, whatever doubts you were having regarding this chapter. Okay, where the people were been living, what are the three stages of history, why the people were been traveling, so from one place to another place. So we are having a cultural diversity, how it came to an emerge, how it was been emerged in our society. So you have came to know about that one. So signing out, have a great day. Bye kids, bye everyone.